The sky above Saria Prime burned like molten glass when the alien warship descended. Humanity's scattered colonies had been bracing for this for decades. The approach of the Kael'Whirr Dominion, a warrior species wrapped in living armor, undefeated in any known conflict. No missile, no beam, no gravity weapon had ever pierced their bioforged shells. Entire fleets had vanished under their claws. I was not a soldier. I was an engineer stationed on the research outpost in Saria's northern hemisphere, one of the many tasked with studying alien relics unearthed from the planet's ice. My name is Darius Malkin, and I had no intention of becoming anyone's hero. But the universe rarely asks permission before it reshapes you. The beginning. Arrival of the invincible. When the Kael'Whirr landed, their ship was less a vessel than a living fortress, its hull pulsating with veins of light, its weapons bristling like spines on a predator's back. The local defense forces scrambled fighters, artillery, anything they had, but it was like throwing sand against a storm. I watched from the outpost's observatory deck as blue lances of plasma carved through the sky. Our cities fell in hours. The calm channels filled with screams before dissolving into silence. Then came the announcement. A voice, filtered through translation arrays, thundered across every frequency. People of Earth's seed. Your resistance is dust beneath our boots. The Dominion requires only your surrender. But what chilled me wasn't the voice. It was the figure who emerged at the heart of their army. She was unlike any warrior I had seen. Taller than a human by half, encased in a suit of radiant crimson armor that seemed fused to her skin. Spines of energy pulsed from her shoulders, and her helm bore a crown of bone-like ridges. They called her Commander Zyra, the Blade of Dominion. Reports said she alone had shattered fleets. Weapons melted against her armor. Every resistance force that faced her ended in silence. She was the Dominion's living god of war. The middle, the relic, and the encounter. The outpost where I worked was dedicated to one project, a crystalline relic unearthed from beneath Saria's ice crust. We had no idea who made it or why, but it emitted strange pulses like a heartbeat. When touched, the crystal shimmered and briefly destabilized energy fields. Useless for weaponry, or so we thought. That night, as Dominion forces drew near, our facility was ordered to evacuate. But before we could, the ground split open. Zyra herself descended with a detachment of armored warriors. The walls trembled as she entered the main chamber. The Dominion soldiers herded us into a circle, their spears humming with plasma edges. And then Zyra approached the relic. I still remember her voice, deep and resonant, as she placed her gauntlet hand upon it. So this is what you hid from us. The song beneath the ice. It will serve the Dominion. She turned to us, her visor gleaming. Who among you unlocked its secret? None of us spoke. My colleagues trembled, some whispering prayers. I don't know what force compelled me, but I stepped forward. Her helm tilted, studying me. You. This fragile thing dares claim knowledge of the relic. I don't claim anything, I said, though my voice shook. But I know its rhythm. Its resonance. It responds to touch. A low laugh rippled from her, metallic and mocking. You believe flesh can tame the eternal crystal? Foolish. She seized my wrist and shoved my hand toward the relic. The instant my skin brushed its surface, light flared. Energy coursed through me, threads of heat and vibration weaving into my bones. The Dominion soldiers stepped back in alarm. And for the first time I heard Zyra's breath catch. Her armor, invincible, living, perfect, shivered. Cracks like spiderweb fractures appeared across her crimson chest plate. She staggered back, staring at herself. This is impossible. The clash, breaking the invincible. Chaos erupted. Dominion soldiers lunged forward, but the relic pulsed again, sending a shockwave that flung them aside like ragdolls. Only Zyra held her ground, though her armor sparked where my hand had touched. Her helm withdrew, plates sliding back to reveal her face, sharp, angular features with obsidian eyes that glowed faintly. She wasn't just armored, she was fused to it. The cracks spreading across her chest seemed to pain her deeply, yet her gaze was fixed on me with fury and something I could not name. "No weapon has ever pierced me, no fleet ever broken me," she growled. "Yet you, frail, unblooded, you touch me and my armor yields. What are you?" I didn't know. My veins still hummed with the relic's rhythm. I felt connected to it, as though its heart was now beating in mine. "You want it," I said, surprising myself with the steadiness of my voice. "Then come and take it." With a roar, Zyra charged. Her blade ignited, a massive weapon of plasma energy. Instinct, not training, moved me. I raised my hand, and the relic's pulse answered. The blade shattered on contact, dissolving into sparks. She froze, disbelief etched across her face. "It cannot be," she whispered. "The Dominion forges perfection. I am perfection. You cannot." But the armor continued fracturing. Every step she took toward me deepened the cracks. Her soldiers faltered, glancing at one another, uncertainty seeping into their ranks. And I realized something then. The relic wasn't merely a weapon. It was a key. A countermeasure crafted by some ancient race against the Dominion's living armor. It didn't destroy, it unraveled. The turning point between enemies. The battle that followed was unlike any war I had known. I wasn't a fighter, but the relic guided me, amplifying my every movement. Dominion warriors fell back, their armor destabilizing if I even brushed against them. But Zyra, she refused to fall. Even as her armor split and flickered, she fought with ferocity unmatched. Her strikes shook the chamber, her roars echoing like thunder. And yet, beneath that fury, I saw something else, fear. Not of me, but of what my touch represented. At last, we stood face to face, the relic's glow casting shadows across her cracked armor. She raised her fist to strike, then hesitated. "If you can break me, then the Dominion is not eternal," she said, her voice low, almost trembling. "All I have been, all I have killed, all I have conquered, it was built on a lie." Her blade hand dropped. The chamber fell silent. Then the choice. I had a choice then. I could press the relic's power further, end her, and perhaps shatter the Dominion's morale in one strike. Or I could do something far stranger. I extended my hand, not to attack but to offer. Zyra stared, confusion crossing her sharp features. Then slowly she placed her cracked gauntlet against my palm. The relic pulsed one final time, and the crimson armor dissolved into fragments of light, leaving her standing in a simple underlayer of dark woven fabric. The Dominion soldiers gasped. Their goddess of war stood bare, stripped of invincibility. "Why spare me?" she whispered. "Because invincibility is a cage," I said. "Now you're free." For a long moment she said nothing. Then she raised her head and addressed her soldiers. "The Dominion is broken," she declared. "This world has shown us a truth we denied. There is no perfection, only change." Some soldiers roared in defiance, but others faltered, their faith shaken. And just like that, the battle ended not with fire but with silence.